अंग्रेजों ने लगभग 200 साल हिंदुस्तान में राज किया। रिपोर्ट के मुताबिक लगभग 45 ट्रिलियन हिंदुस्तान से लूटकर चले गए। लाखों संख्या में लोगों को मार दिया गया। लेकिन हिंदुस्तान में रहने वाले कुछ लोगों का अपने तुष्टीकरण नीति और राजनीति की वजह से सही इतिहास तक भी किसी को पढ़ाया नहीं गया। हमें जो भी इतिहास आज पढ़ाया जाता है उसमें लगभग 50% मनगढ़ंत कहानियां ही होता है। लेकिन कुछ लोग और कुछ इतिहासकार आज भी हिंदुस्तान में मौजूद है जो सही इतिहास बताते हैं। जैसे कि आज भारत का सुप्रीम कोर्ट में बताया जा रहा है। फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इन इंडियन सुप्रीम कोर्ट कोई इंडियन हिस्ट्री को सही तरीके से व्याख्या कर रहा है। एडवोकेट राकेश द्विवेदी, सीनियर एडवोकेट, वो भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट में दलील दे रहे हैं। इसीलिए मेरा आप सबसे निवेदन है कि इस वीडियो को आप अंत तक जरूर देखें।
The lips are pursed and we don't want to speak about the truth. Who was the Supreme Commander, my lord, of the Armed Forces? Auchinleck. All the three generals of India were British. All the three generals of Pakistan were British. What was this war, my lords? Churchill had, my lord, designed there itself that India has to be partitioned. Geopolitics. This war was a British war. They created it on both sides. The raiders came from where? Northwest Frontier Province. After 2 terms, Mr. Cunningham, who had been governor in Northwest Frontier Province, he was brought back in July, just before the elections, referendum. The raiders were trained, sent on trucks with weapons of army. Pakistan army had just been split from India. And the biggest, starkest example is, Lord, who was fighting Lords. What is this POK today? 2/3 of POK is Gilgit-Baltistan. And who fought the war there, Lords? Not the raiders. It was Major Brown, who was the regent there. He was posted again in July, just before that, by Cunningham. And this is a book, Lord, Mutiny. He killed all the forces of Maharaja. Ansar Ahmad was posted there, Lord, and he was arrested. And he, in 4 days, Lord, he hung the flag of Pakistan and he had handed over to Cunningham. He sent some Mr. Alam from Pakistan army and he took over by Gilgit-Baltistan. Where is the war with Pakistan? It is British. But if we close our eyes to all these, then it is the raiders fighting across the world. Raiders could not by themselves come up to Srinagar. The war had reached almost around this Kardu and Kargil and to that closeness to Tibet, Leh. So it was a war of a different kind, but nobody could say it because Mountbatten was there, Lord, as the Governor General. Again, must have the leaders, our leaders must maybe having some reason that even though Lord Jinnah said, I will not accept any British Governor General, but the party said, no, we are ready to accept Governor, you continue with Indian Governor General. So what is this war? Governor General, and not only this, when the war began, Lord, they constituted a defense committee of the cabinet. And Mountbatten was made the chairman of that. So it's an excellent situation. Lord Mountbatten is the chairman of defense committee. Auchinleck is the supreme commander of forces. All generals are British and one Britisher is mutinying, and when he returns to England, he is given the medal of the British Empire. So that's not the position of the war. So when you read the Constitution and 370, please bear in mind these things, Lord, in what circumstances our leaders were moving through. And when we were, Lord, about to push them back, Lord, and back and recover the territory, they deliberately stopped the war at a point of time and got the reference to the United Nations. Because if you had gone up to Mirpur and behind, then that connection would have been off with Gilgit-Baltistan. Now, these are hard facts, man. Nobody can dispute it. It is in these circumstances, Lord, and what was United Nations? The same very power which for geopolitical reasons, the US and UK, which wanted to partition India, they were the arbiters. Fortunately for us, Lord, Pakistan refused to vacate POK. So that resolution is dead. There's no need talking about United Nations, but at that time, look at the enormity of the situation in which 370 has been